Steady your heart, be still. There's nothing here you've never seen before. It's a very deep song. First, I always say that it's the first song I ever wrote for a girl. It's a very deep story, so this might take a while. My cousin, maybe more than 10 years ago, she was on her third pregnancy and she was going to have a little girl, and she was very excited about it. She emailed all of us because she had moved to the States. But she kept messaging us updates on the pregnancy, on the baby, and she was just so happy about it. And then I think on the 7th month, she sent us a very, very long email. She was telling us she mentioned that she had a miscarriage. She was devastated, but the thing I admired about my cousin was she believed in good things. You know, she was very spiritual, and she said a lot of things that was like, I'm very mad, I'm very upset, I'm very disappointed, my heart is broken. She just lost her baby. You know, that's hard, that's something that you can't really feel until it happens to you. At the end of her email, she was still hopeful. Like she said, I know that, you know, if this was meant for me, I'll have another one. And she just needed to let it out of her system. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be angry. That's what I learned from it. Like, everybody feels angry. And growing up, sometimes people would tell me, don't be angry, don't be upset. That's not the point that she was trying to make. She was saying that it's okay to be angry. You know, you lost something that was very dear to you, that you were very hopeful for. And she said, I'm going to have another one. And it is going to be a girl. At this point, she had 2 boys already, so it was very hard for her to get a girl. She quoted biblical verses, and I don't remember the verses, you know, I don't remember them at all. But Delight, the song, came from that email. It came from her heart. I didn't know how to make her feel better. I didn't even respond. You know, I didn't know what to say to that email. I just kept it, and I was heartbroken for her. But I wrote that song. There's a lot of hope in that song. You didn't quite make the goal. You didn't quite get what you asked for. You don't get what you pray for all the time. And it's okay. Like, she told me that it's through her email and through her message that it's okay. You just need to heal. It's okay to heal. It's okay to take time. Anyway, I'm fast forwarding now all these years later. Delight is about her daughter. She did get her daughter. Her name is Bella. She doesn't even know about it. She and I are not close. But I wrote this song knowing that she was going to get another baby. And she did, and she is a beautiful little girl now. Yeah, that's probably the purpose of the song, to remind you that it's okay when things go wrong to be mad. It's okay to be disappointed, but never lose hope. I'm gonna go through the lyrics because I don't want to play the whole thing in my head. The bridge was very hard to write. The bridge is, would you whisper to me? Would you speak quietly? Would you sing? Would you sing to me? What verse is that? I don't even know what verse that is. Let's look it up, shall we? I'm really looking up the verse. Wow, see, now all the memories are coming into my head. It's in the Bible, and it's in 1 Kings chapter 19, and you can go through it. Elijah goes through a lot of tests from the Lord, and there was an earthquake, there was fire, there was rocks, there was all these things, and none of those things were the voice of God. And instead, the Lord came in a still small voice, which to me means whisper. So that's why I use that word. Would you whisper to me? Would you speak quietly? Would you sing? Would you sing to me? Because I feel like that would be like a lullaby. It's like you're asking someone to sing to you because you want to be comforted, because you're going through something hard. I've done that with my son, you know, like when he would cry, like there's just a point where a baby cries, and I would sing to him or play to him the guitar. I bought him a very small guitar. Music would be the answer for me, and that's why I used that in the song. Even before I had my kid, I knew I wanted to use that. That to me would be the part of the song that stands out a lot, because when people want to tell you what to do, they're always so aggressive. They're always so loud. Some people say things to you and they give you advice just so it's not comforting. It's just, sometimes it comes out as like they just want to say something. You know, they just want to say their 2 cents to you, and it doesn't really help. That's why when it's like, when all the noise goes away, when all the thoughts in your head become soft, now you start looking for the quiet voices, the ones that say, hey, but you're gonna be fine. That's why I use that, and I guess that to me was the most important part of the song. I don't know. She knows about the song because the song is so old. I've answered many questions about this song, and I'll tell you her first reaction. I know that she didn't know that it was for her. I know that she didn't know that the song was written because of her situation. She knew about the song, she heard it, but I didn't tell her. I know that she's grateful about it. I know that she loves the story about it. I don't know if her daughter knows about it, Bella. I've never sung it in front of Bella, that's for sure. Yeah. I don't want to tell people how they should feel about my music. What I enjoy about music, even like me listening to other songs, is I like finding different things about it. I like responding differently, and I know people will respond differently to this song. Even if they don't ever watch this and they don't ever know what the song is about, I hope that when people listen to it and they tell me about it, they tell me something completely different. They tell me something completely new, because that's the beauty about music and art. It's not about what I want you to feel. It's about how you feel when you listen to my art, when you listen to my music. I want you to tell me how you felt listening to it. No one has reached out to me about Delight in particular. A lot of people haven't heard my music yet. A lot of people, they skip me. I don't know why yet. I think it's because you expect something different. You expect a certain sound when you read my name. You expect to listen to the same genre because maybe I'm Filipino and I gotta sound Filipino. But my goal is to just be me. I hope one day that more people would listen to Delight and other songs that I've written, because I'm not trying to be like anybody. I'm not trying to be someone else. I'm trying to express myself the same way these other singers express themselves, but I do it differently. You don't have to come up to me and tell me that Delight is your favorite song. It's not my favorite. I just love the fact that something that was like a core memory for me. That's something that happened to a lot of people in their families, and my family and I used to be very close, and I used to be very close to that cousin. And it's just nice to have Delight's like a reminder, that life that I used to be, of that time in my life, of that time in her life, and it's just a reminder. So I just hope that me being honest and sharing something in my life is okay with you. Really, that's it. I still wouldn't know what to say. Again, I have not been through that. And even if I did go through that, knock on wood, it's not my place to tell you how to feel. It's not anyone's place to tell you how to feel. It's what I will do is, if you ever call me, I'll be there to listen. If you ever need someone like that, you should be the one to just listen. Sometimes all you need is to listen. That was the situation with my cousin. She wrote that whole thing because she wanted to get it out of her chest. Sometimes that's important for everybody. There's so much emotions that you don't understand that other people might be going through. It doesn't have to be this particular situation. It doesn't have to be a miscarriage. It could be any situation. You know, you don't know what people go through, and what you can learn from this song is not the lyrics, it's not the music. It's more of just listen. Listening to someone be real with you it can go a very, very long way. Music doesn't always have to be about love like that, like a romantic love. It doesn't have to be about what delight is. You know, it doesn't have to be about hope coming from nothing, or it doesn't have to be about money or making it. Music is supposed to, art in general is supposed to be whatever you want it to be. And for me, Delight was about a time in my life that I learned a valuable lesson. And I will keep that lesson forever because it's in a song. It's out there. It's on the internet. It's in my computer. It's in my mind and in my heart. It's on my guitar, you know. So, yeah.